Get ready to jingle all the way to financial peace of mind this holiday season. With good planning, you can stretch your dollars and cents like Santa's waistband after holiday dinner. And you won't feel sick to your stomach when you look at your bank account in January. Schoolsfirst Federal Credit Union is here to sprinkle some financial wisdom on us just in time for our holiday financial planning. Here to tell us more is Nathan Calhoun, the Madison Branch Manager for Schoolsfirst Federal Credit Union. Hey, Nathan.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, Nathan, the holidays, it's a festive time for spending quite a bit.
Yeah.
Why is budgeting important, and why should we really pay attention to it?
Well, you know, this time of year, you get kind of crazy caught up in this world of gift buying, going to events, getting invited to all kinds of going out. You know, I think what ends up happening is it ends up making a lot of people feel like they're just in a race to kind of spend the most money for the season. And even some people get motivated at that point to even spend beyond their means. And spending beyond your means, a lot of those funds are going to end up being put on credit cards as credit card debt. This is something that you really want to avoid. You know, you really want to avoid at all times, but this year, you know, the average credit card rate right now is about 24%. You think about all that spending going on there and going onto a credit card, that means whatever the cost was is now going to be also accruing interest unless it's paid off within the first month. That can create a bit of a debt cycle that can be hard to get out of.
Yeah. And where's a good place for us to start our holiday budgeting sleigh ride and really plan for that soft financial landing?
I think you really want to, you know, as you're going into the holiday season, try to take stock of what your entire amount of spending should be, given your overall budget. Think about, you know, the gifts you're going to give, the events you know about, but also there's some sneaky little expenses out there, like the times that you might be eating out more often because, you know, you have the hectic schedule that goes along with the holidays, or the added grocery expense if you're hosting events, or maybe just getting even a holiday outfit. You know, a lot of people can kind of think this is going to be hard to plan for. Some of that stuff you can't really, you know, figure out ahead of time. A good place to start is look back at what you did last year. You know, pull your bank statements from the holidays last year, pull your credit card statements from the holidays and kind of see where you spent your money. Lay it all out, put it in categories, you know, things like groceries, events, gifts. Once you have all that laid out in categories, it can kind of help you understand like where you might be tempted to overspend or maybe where you might need to make an adjustment.
Yeah, so just taking the time to really sit down and plan it out, even though it might seem scary, it's going to help you stay on track. What's the next step after that? How can we stay on course with our budgeting and planning?
Well, you know, this is the time to do the fun part, but responsibly, right? So this is where you're going to create your gift list. You know the folks you're probably going to buy a gift for this year. Put them all down and then write down what you're going to get them. Sometimes you may not know early on what you're going to actually get somebody, but maybe just establish a baseline budget for them. This is a perfect time to kind of make sure that you're keeping yourself within this budget and understanding, hey, I might need to tweak some things. I might need to hold myself in check with a certain budget when I'm spending and buying those gifts. I know we get tempted to overspend on some relatives.
Yes.
And then, you know, you can even create a budget for events, just so you know those are coming up.
Yeah, I like the idea of having a gift list budget because walking into the store and just seeing everything that's available can make it very easy to spend more than we expected.
Absolutely.
What are some of the benefits of having a solid holiday budgeting strategy? Can it make the season more merrier?
I think so. You know, it definitely kind of, you know, the idea of budgeting around your gifts and all that and doing all this seems like I'm telling you to be the Grinch, but certainly no, go out, have all the fun, buy the gifts. But I think it can create that baseline. We know we're going to buy our gifts, but some things are unforeseen, you know. You might get an invite to an event that you didn't really know was going to happen. But just keeping in mind that the holidays are about spending time with loved ones and you know, following that Christmas cheer, maybe. Yeah. Create that as the priority. So, you know, when maybe you get that dinner invite that you know isn't going to fit within your budget, maybe you suggest meeting up for coffee or hot chocolate, which can be just as much fun.
I like that you provided an alternative plan. What else can we do to make this process easier, maybe even enjoyable?
Well, you know, I think now that we're talking about all the things we can do leading in this season, I think about what's going to happen next year, you know. And there are proactive steps that you can take right now to better set yourself up for the, you know, 2024 holiday season. Do the same thing. Look at your spending this year and see what you did. Did it stress you out? Did it put you in a bad spot? Did you end up with credit card debt? And if you did kind of outspend what you thought you were going to spend, you can now take proactive steps. A lot of financial institutions out there actually do have accounts that are like holiday focused accounts that let you put money in throughout the year, even by automatic transfer. Let you build that up throughout the year, and we'll automatically deposit those funds into your checking account right before the holiday season. And if anybody wants any other budgeting advice, they can check out schoolsfirstfcu.org.
All right, Nathan Calhoun setting us up for success, and you can visit one of the many Schools First Federal Credit Union branch locations as seen on the screen. And like Nathan mentioned, you can find out more online by going to schoolsfirstfcu.org. YCL will be right back.